Ancient Egypt, a land of pharaohs and pyramids, witnessed the rise of a remarkable woman. Hatshepsut, daughter of Thutmose I, defied societal norms to become pharaoh. This was no small feat. Egyptian society was deeply patriarchal, with men holding positions of power. Yet, Hatshepsut navigated the intricacies of court politics and seized control. Hatshepsut's claim to the throne was strong. She was the daughter of a pharaoh and the great royal wife of Thutmose II. When Thutmose II died, his heir, Thutmose III, was just a child. Hatshepsut, as regent, stepped in to rule. However, she went further, declaring herself pharaoh. She adopted the traditional regalia of pharaohs, including the false beard and kilt. Hatshepsut's reign marked a period of peace and prosperity for Egypt. She focused on rebuilding temples and monuments that had been damaged during previous conflicts. She also expanded trade networks, bringing wealth and resources into the kingdom. Among her most ambitious projects was the expedition to the land of Punt. Hatshepsut's story is one of ambition, power, and the enduring strength of a woman who dared to rule as a god-king. Her reign remains a testament to her legacy as one of Egypt's most successful pharaohs. Her voyage to Punt stands as a shining example of her ambition and the far-reaching influence of her reign. The land of Punt held a special allure for the ancient Egyptians. This exotic land, shrouded in mystery, was a source of valuable trade goods and a symbol of prestige. Punt, thought to be located along the coast of modern-day Somalia or Yemen, was renowned for its abundance of incense, ebony, ivory, and gold. For centuries, Egyptian rulers had dispatched expeditions to Punt. These voyages were fraught with danger, requiring careful planning and skilled navigation. The rewards, however, were substantial. The exotic goods brought back from Punt were highly prized by the Egyptians. They were used in religious ceremonies, adorned the homes of the wealthy, and served as valuable trade items. Hatshepsut recognized the strategic importance of Punt. By launching her own expedition, she sought to secure access to its valuable resources. This would not only bring wealth to Egypt, but also enhance her prestige as a ruler. The voyage to Punt was a bold undertaking, a testament to Hatshepsut's ambition and her desire to leave her mark on history. The success of the expedition would depend on numerous factors, from favorable winds to peaceful negotiations with the Puntites. Hatshepsut spared no expense in ensuring the success of the voyage. She assembled a fleet of ships, provisioned them with supplies, and selected experienced sailors and navigators to undertake the perilous journey. The expedition to Punt was a massive undertaking, requiring meticulous planning and organization. Hatshepsut entrusted the task to her most trusted officials, who oversaw the construction of 5 ships. These ships, larger than typical Egyptian vessels, were designed to carry the heavy cargo expected from Punt. The ships were built with sturdy planks of cedar wood imported from Lebanon. Their sails, woven from flax, billowed in the wind, propelling the ships southward along the Red Sea. Experienced navigators, guided by the stars and the prevailing winds, steered the ships towards their destination. Provisioning the ships was crucial. The journey to Punt and back could take several months, so ample supplies of food, water, and other necessities were essential. Large quantities of grain, dried meat, and fruits were loaded onto the ships, along with jars of beer and wine. To ensure a successful trade mission, Hatshepsut included skilled craftsmen, scribes, and interpreters among the crew. They carried with them a variety of goods to exchange with the Puntites, including tools, weapons, and textiles. Everything was in place for a successful expedition. Now all that remained was to set sail and pray for the favor of the gods. After months at sea, the Egyptian ships finally reached the shores of Punt. The Egyptians were greeted warmly by the Puntites, who were eager to trade. The Puntite chief Pharaoh and his wife Ati welcomed the Egyptians with open arms. The Egyptians marveled at the exotic sights and sounds of Punt. The land was lush and fertile, with towering trees and fragrant incense plants. The Puntites lived in stilt houses and wore colorful clothing. They were a peaceful people, skilled in trade and crafts. The Egyptians spent several weeks in Punt, exchanging goods and learning about the Puntite culture. They traded their Egyptian goods for Punt's treasures: fragrant incense, ebony, ivory, gold, and even live myrrh trees. The Egyptians carefully documented the expedition, recording their encounters and the goods they acquired. The relationship between the Egyptians and the Puntites was one of mutual respect and benefit. The Egyptians recognized the value of Punt's resources, while the Puntites welcomed the trade goods and opportunities that the Egyptians brought. This peaceful exchange of goods and culture solidified the bond between the two nations. The ships laden with the treasures of Punt returned to Egypt. The expedition was a resounding success, bringing back a bounty of valuable goods. The Egyptians rejoiced at the safe return of their fleet and the abundance of exotic goods. Hatshepsut, overjoyed at the success of the expedition, ordered the construction of a magnificent temple complex at Deir el-Bahri. This temple, adorned with reliefs depicting the voyage to Punt, served as a lasting monument to her reign and the glory of the expedition. The treasures of Punt had a profound impact on Egyptian society. The fragrant incense was highly prized for use in religious ceremonies. The ebony and ivory were crafted into beautiful furniture and decorative items for the wealthy. The gold, a symbol of power and prestige, added to the pharaoh's treasury. The expedition to Punt brought wealth and prestige to Egypt, but it also strengthened trade relations between the two nations. The voyage opened up new avenues for trade and cultural exchange, leaving a lasting impact on both Egypt and Punt. Hatshepsut's reign was a time of peace and prosperity for Egypt. She focused on rebuilding the kingdom after years of turmoil and expanding trade networks. Her legacy is etched in stone, literally, in the many monuments and temples she built. The expedition to Punt, immortalized in the reliefs at Deir el-Bahri, stands as a testament to Hatshepsut's ambition and leadership. This successful voyage brought wealth and prestige to Egypt, solidifying Hatshepsut's place as one of Egypt's most successful pharaohs. Beyond the economic benefits, the voyage to Punt had a cultural impact on Egypt. It brought new goods and ideas into the kingdom, expanding the Egyptians' understanding of the world. The exotic goods from Punt became highly sought after, influencing Egyptian art, fashion, and religious practices. Hatshepsut's reign left an indelible mark on Egypt. She proved that a woman could rule as pharaoh, and she left behind a legacy of peace, prosperity, and architectural splendor. Her story continues to inspire awe and wonder, reminding us of the power of ambition and the enduring legacy of a woman who dared to rule as a god-king. Hatshepsut's reign, though relatively short, left an enduring legacy on Egypt. Her story serves as a testament to the power of ambition, the impact of a visionary leader, and the enduring legacy of a woman who dared to break the mold. Her voyage to Punt, a feat of maritime skill and diplomacy, continues to capture the imagination. The expedition to Punt opened up new trade routes and brought exotic goods and ideas into Egypt. It strengthened diplomatic ties between the two nations, fostering a relationship built on mutual respect and benefit. The tale of Hatshepsut's voyage continues to resonate, reminding us of the importance of exploration, cultural exchange, and the pursuit of knowledge. Hatshepsut's story also reminds us that history is not always kind to those who challenge the status quo. After her death, her stepson, Thutmose III, attempted to erase her from history. He defaced her monuments and removed her name from inscriptions, hoping to diminish her legacy. Despite these attempts, Hatshepsut's story survived, rediscovered by archaeologists centuries later. Her monuments, restored to their former glory, stand as a testament to her reign and the impact she had on Egypt. Her story continues to inspire, reminding us that even in the face of adversity, the pursuit of dreams and the courage to break boundaries can leave an enduring legacy on the world.